Welcome back to Arsenal News TV, and today we are going to look at the 4 latest Arsenal news. The first Arsenal news is that Kevin Campbell has confirmed an Arsenal update. As he confirms "What if I said," Arsenal sent exciting transfer message about Real Madrid's Aurelien Tchouameni, as Arsenal look to complete the signing of World Cup France international and Real Madrid midfielder Aurelien Tchouameni. Kevin Campbell has hinted that Arsenal's rumoured transfer interest in Real Madrid star Aurelien Tchouameni has some traction behind it ahead of the arrival of Declan Rice. After weeks of stories, Declan Rice is closing in on a British record transfer to Arsenal, with Campbell claiming that he wants his former club to bring in another marquee signing this summer. As he told the Highbury squad, but Campbell proceeded to ask Arsenal fans the question, "What would you say if the interest in Aurelien Tchouameni was real?" before adding that they are knocking on the door. There could be serious changes to Arsenal's midfield this summer because, whilst Rice enters the building, Granit Xhaka is set to head for the exit door, but is not the only one that could leave. There are also suggestions that Thomas Partey might be sold, which would be harsh, but it would require Mikel Arteta to bring in another player. That's where the rumours around Tchouameni arise from, which Campbell hinted had some truth to it all, which would, no doubt, excite the Arsenal fans. "What would you say if the interest in Tchouameni is real?" said Campbell. "I am asking the question. What would you say if it was real? Potentially, they are knocking on the door. Arsenal have made a statement already. But I want them to force it home with another marquee signing. The quality and depth of midfield players Real Madrid have to pick from is pretty incredible. And Tchouameni is one of the rising stars. Whilst Arsenal have done well to get this deal for Rice over the line, it would be a bigger statement if they managed to secure the talents of the France star. With Jude Bellingham signed up, there is a lot of competition at Madrid ahead of the new season, so perhaps Arsenal feel they can get something done in that regard. The second Arsenal news is that The Athletic has confirmed an Arsenal update, as they confirm another Arsenal target now given permission to undergo Gunners medical, as Arsenal look to complete the signing of World Cup Netherlands international and AFC Ajax defender Jurrien Timber. Arsenal are on the verge of signing Ajax defender Jurrien Timber after reaching a full agreement over a €45 million deal. Jurrien Timber has been given permission to undergo a medical with Arsenal as he prepares to leave Ajax, that is according to The Athletic, who claim that Arsenal have secured a full agreement with Ajax over Timber's arrival. It stated that Arsenal will be paying €40 million, £34.3 million, plus another €5 million, £4.3 million, in add-ons, that takes the deal to just a shade over £38.5 million, which is a touch cheaper than first expected. Ajax have now given Timber permission to undergo a medical with Arsenal as they close in on another deal. Arsenal failed with a £30 million offer for Timber in June, but have now convinced Ajax to sell their prized defender Jurrien Timber to join Declan Rice in Arsenal medical plans. This is turning out to be a great day for Arsenal fans, with 2 deals now on the verge of completion. The Athletic reported earlier today that West Ham United midfielder Declan Rice has been given permission to undergo a medical with Arsenal. It's the same story with Timber as Arsenal close in on an enormous double signing. Rice is the midfield addition Arsenal have wanted for months now, and a deal appears to be imminent. Timber will be next, giving Arsenal a versatile option who can play at centre-back, right-back and even in holding midfield if needed. Ajax. The total money committed for these 2 signings is close to £150 million. Adding to the deal already completed for Kai Havertz, Mikel Arteta will be delighted with this kind of backing and will hope that Rice and Timber can help the club kick on again next season. The third Arsenal news is that Sport Bild has confirmed an Arsenal update, as they confirm Arsenal want incredibly fast player after Rice and Timber, as Arsenal look to complete the signing of World Cup Netherlands international and Bayer Leverkusen defender Jeremie Frimpong. Arsenal are still chasing a new right-back, and Bayer Leverkusen ace Jeremie Frimpong seems to be a key target again. Bayer Leverkusen star Jeremie Frimpong is one of the right-backs Arsenal will now consider signing to bolster Mikel Arteta's squad, that is according to Sport Bild, who claim that Arsenal want to focus on signing another right-back. Jurrien Timber and Declan Rice are set to join Kai Havertz at the Emirates Stadium, but the spending won't end there. It's claimed that Arsenal have a particular interest in landing Frimpong, who is one of a number of targets. Manchester City's João Cancelo and RB Leipzig's Benjamin Henrichs are also considered to be on the Arsenal wish list. Arsenal have been in transfer discussions with Leverkusen for some time now, with the Bundesliga side chasing Granit Xhaka. Frimpong's name may well have come up in conversation, but a deal is expected to be tricky. Football London claim that Frimpong wants guarantees over his playing time and that may be difficult for Arsenal. Frimpong is still a name for Arsenal fans to keep tabs on, but a move to join compatriot Timber sounds complicated, hailed as incredibly fast by Leverkusen sporting director Simon Rolfs. Frimpong is seen as something completely different to Ben White in that he is a very attacking option. Formerly of Celtic, Frimpong is more accustomed to playing as a wing-back than as a full-back in a four-man defence. There is no doubting Frimpong's attacking ability. The 22-year-old hit 9 goals and 11 assists in all competition for Leverkusen last season, numbers that would probably delight a winger. Fitting that kind of player into this Arsenal team is an interesting idea given how well Arsenal played with White backing up Bukayo Saka. White offered defensive solidity down that side, but Frimpong would be wanting to overlap Saka all day long. We're really not used to seeing this kind of approach from Arteta's Arsenal, and a deal for Frimpong would be interesting in terms of the tactical tweaks the Gunners may need to make. The final Arsenal news is that Don Hutchison has confirmed an Arsenal update, as he confirms he can finish. Arsenal tipped to sign strong player ahead of Timber and Rice arrivals, as Arsenal look to complete the signing of World Cup Serbia international and Juventus forward Dusan Vlahovic. Don Hutchison has backed Mikel Arteta's Arsenal to secure the transfer of Juventus superstar Dusan Vlahovic amid his struggles in Serie A, with Arsenal waiting on transfer deals for Declan Rice and Jurrien Timber to be completed. Hutchison spoke about the future of Juventus star striker in Turin. Dusan Vlahovic scored 10 Serie A goals from 27 games last season, as they had many issues, both on and off the field. With Hutchison backing a transfer to Arsenal and adding that when he is super confident, then he is some centre-forward, as he told ESPN, some are raising the question of whether Mikel Arteta needs to bring in an out-and-out striker to compete with Gabriel Jesus next season, outside of the penalty area. He is devastating and he makes the whole team tick to a high quality, but that killer instinct inside the final third lacks. So, will someone like Vlahovic, who has reportedly held talks with Arsenal, make a move to the Emirates this summer? Well, former Liverpool midfielder and Serie A expert Hutchison thinks the Serbian star needs to press the reset button in his career. He couldn't buy a goal last season, he was completely shot of any sort of confidence, said Hutchison. In terms of the play of Vlahovic, I mean, on his game and when he is super confident, he is some centre-forward. He holds the ball up well, good in the air, and he is strong. His attributes are good. He can finish. I think the reset button needs to be pressed on his part. But, in terms of the talent, it's there. If someone bought him, Arsenal, Chelsea, Real Madrid or whoever it might be, then there are goals in him. Prior to Jesus signing for Arsenal last summer, Vlahovic was a player highly talked about at the Emirates, but instead, he remained in Italy. But now might be the time for the all-action forward to head for the exit door and join the cash-rich Premier League. Arsenal would be the perfect destination. They are in the Champions League. They need serious competition for their forward areas, and someone like Vlahovic has the skill set to bring the best out of the likes of rising stars, Gabriel Martinelli and Bukayo Saka. Do you know the Arsenal news on Declan Rice? You will enjoy this video on your screen too.